The night is at an end, but dimly yet the Lord's sun shows his face, a dull glow rising out of a dusky cloud. It is a torch of evil omen, this pale fire he brings with which to scan our plague-polluted homes. They will reveal the havoc of the night. What king is happy on his throne? False joy, how many ills thy smiling face conceals! As the high peak takes all the wind's assault, and sharp cliffs jutting upon open seas are pounded even by the lightest waves, so are the heights of royalty exposed to fortune's blast. How happy was the day on which I came, escaped from the domain of Oedipus, my father. Free in exile, a fearless vagabond, so help me gods, to stumble upon a kingdom. Now I fear a fate unspeakable, to kill my father. This is the warning of the oracle in Delphi's laurel grove, and worse, another, a greater crime is put into my hand. O filial love, doomed love, I am ashamed to utter what has been foretold of me. Apollo bids me fear. My mother's bed, this to her son, a marriage bed of shame, unlawful and incestuous matrimony. This terror drove me from my father's kingdom, not by compulsion banished from the hearth. But fearful of myself, I sought to put the law of nature safe beyond the chance of violation. He that goes in dread of some great evil cannot choose but fear even what seems impossible. I see disaster everywhere. I doubt myself. Fate is preparing, even while I speak, some blow for me. Why else, when all my people suffer this pestilence, when havoc walks through all this land, am I alone unscathed? For what worse punishment am I preserved? Amid the city's ruin, lamentations ever renewed, unceasing funerals, a massacre of men, I stand untouched, to answer at Apollo's judgment seat. Why else? Who could expect a sinful man to be rewarded with a healthy kingdom? The air of heaven is tainted by my presence. There is no gentle breeze to cool the breasts of fevered sufferers. No kind winds blow here. The dark star scorches, and the Lord's sun's fire blows hot upon the lion's heels. No water runs in the rivers, fields are colourless, dirt is dry, as Minas thinly creeps, a shrunk stream barely moistening the sand. Apollo's sister, Moon, drifts hardly seen across the sky. Day, overcast with clouds, reveals a pale dull world. The silent night is dark without a star. Fog, dense and black, broods over all the land. The murk of hell has swallowed up the heavenly citadels, the mansions of the gods on high. The corn, that should be ripe for harvest, bears no fruit. The golden ears that sway on springing stalks soon wither, and the barren crop falls dead. No section of the people has escaped the killing plague. Death pays no heed to age or sex. Young men and old, fathers and sons, the mortal pestilence makes no distinction. Husband and wife await one funeral pyre, and there are no more tears to mourn the dead, none left to weep. The very magnitude of our ordeal has dried up every eye. As ever in the extreme of misery, tears perish at their source. Here you will see an anguished father bear his burden out to the consuming fire, a stricken mother there, and back she hurries for the second victim which she must carry to the same death pyre. One grief is stricken by a second grief. Mourners around the dead fall to be mourned. Some have been known to steal each other's fire, fling their own dead upon another's ashes. Misery knows no shame. There are no tombs for hallowed bones to rest in. To be burnt is boon enough, and few are those that have it. Now there is no more earth for burial mounds, no wood for pyres, and for the stricken ones no art or prayer can find a remedy. Healers fall sick, the plague defeats all aid. Here at the altar bowed with suppliant hands I pray that fate will quickly come to me, that I may not outlive my country's death, not be the last to fall, not be the last of all the people whom I rule to die. O gods too pitiless, or heavy fate, Can death still be denied, although so near to me alone? Then I must turn my back on this doomed kingdom, which my touch of death has blighted. Leave these wakes and funerals, this air polluted with the pestilence, the curse my own unhappy coming brought. Leave all behind, be gone without delay, even to my parents' home.